Hello everyone and welcome back to Optimize FPL. We are going to be taking a look at the Game Week 7 results and Game Week 8 team review. We're also going to be looking at any transfers I'm going to make, but yeah, let's get into it. To start, we're going to be looking at the forward line. Okay, so looking at our forward line, it wasn't fantastic. I mean, Jimenez did score in the Newcastle game, which was nice to see. He actually didn't score, he got 2 assists, my apologies. 2 assists, 2 bonus points, 90 minutes, pretty decent match. Wang got both goals in the game, so yeah, it's good for him. Yeah, and then we have Ivan Toney, only got the 2 points, unfortunately, just for playing the 90 minutes. And Buemo actually got the goal, and so did Wiska. Wiska's been very good. He's gotten lots of goals so far for Brentford, which is very interesting to look at. And Buemo, a lot of wild carders looking pretty smart right now because been playing out of position up front. So yeah, he's looking pretty good. But yeah, Toney I think still can do well. He's got a tough fixture coming up next, but after that he's got some good fixtures. And Lukaku, pretty unfortunate to get only 2 points. I mean, watching him play was some of the most infuriating play that I've seen in a very long time. Like Lukaku hit the post, had a goal disallowed, and he was there for the tap in, but Werner got in there before him. So could have easily gotten a goal, but you know, it is what it is. You can't win them all. But yeah. Anyways, look at the rest of the team. Let's go on to midfield. Okay, starting from left to right, we're going to be looking at Salah. 13 points, pretty decent, especially considering that he's playing Man City. I mean, that game was just goal fest, 2-2 finish, got a goal and an assist, all 3 bonus points. Salah probably should just be perma-captain, honestly, at this point. He's absolutely ridiculous. On the most form, has most points, over 60% owned. He is just, if you don't have him in your team, you are absolutely crazy. The 40% of people that don't have him have lost the plot. Okay, so looking to the right, up next we got Arsenal's Saka. They played Brighton. 0-0 affair, pretty boring, but he got 3 points. I mean, unfortunate that he couldn't get a goal, but I mean, I'm not surprised. Brighton do have a pretty good defense, so not too worried about that for the future. I think he's still a decent option. Looking right to his right is Tottenham's Son. They played Aston Villa. He got 2 assists. He played really well. I think he could have gotten a goal as well if he was a little more clinical, but yeah. I think that Son played absolutely fantastic. I think that he is definitely somebody that's staying in the team for a little while, at least next game week. We'll have to see up to that point because I do need to get Trent back in at some point. But yeah, so Son in for next game week for sure, and he did really well this game week, so I'm pretty excited about that. And last but not least, we got Raphinha. 3 points against Watford. They did end up winning the game, but he wasn't on the score sheet. It was Llorente. I'm pretty sure it was from the corner. So yeah, I mean, it could have been Raphinha's assist if he was lucky enough, but. And unfortunately, it bobbled in the box, and he didn't get the points for the assist. So, a bit unlucky, but yeah. Anyways, let's look at our defenders and goalkeeper. So, if we're looking at the defense, we've got 2 zeros, 1 blank, and Ramsdale getting us our only real points in defense from Arsenal 0-0 against Brighton. Christian didn't actually even play, so he wasn't actually the player on the team. It was actually DS that came in for him. But guess what? DS also got 0 points. Because yeah, Liverpool scored 2 goals, and both DS and Cancelo got yellow cards. So we got 0 points from both of our Man City defenders. Not really that surprising. I mean, they're playing Liverpool. It's a hard game, so can't really talk too bad about them. The very unfortunate one was Rudiger conceding to a penalty by Ward-Prowse. I mean, that was very unfortunate. I mean, they didn't give away that silly penalty. It could have been an easy clean sheet there, but yeah, it is what it is. Decent team. Yes, let's look at the bench. Looking at the bench, we don't have too many points sitting there taunting us. We got Brownhill on 2, Foster had 2 points, and Livramento actually did get 4 points at the end. So it's a little bit unfortunate that he didn't come in for Christensen. Instead, Diaz came in because that's the order of the bench. So Diaz came in with his 0 points, so Livramento's 4, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's not too bad. So yeah, so the predicted game week results was 56.6. So pretty decent game week, obviously, not too bad. Considering the average is only 38 in real life, getting a 56 would be pretty good. We ended up getting a 53, which is fantastic for the team. I'm really liking that. Pretty close to the predicted score. I predicted around 61, which was way too high, which is pretty unfortunate that I didn't get there. But you know what? 53 still very decent, very high above the average, so we're looking good. Total points we're at 489, which is very good, which gives us an overall rank of 28,428. We're into the top 30k, getting closer to that 25k goal I set a few weeks back. So yeah, very nice. Looking forward to that. Yeah, so let's go into the game week 8 confirmed team, because there's going to be 0 transfers happening to the team. Okay, so we're at the Game Week 8 confirmed team. Let's look at the forwards. So yeah, the forwards not changing. Lukaku, Tony, Jimenez. Lukaku and Tony actually are playing each other. Brentford against Chelsea. It's gonna be an interesting game. I think Chelsea can get some goals. I think Brentford do have a very good defense, but I think that Chelsea have just been so amazing this season that I don't expect them not to score any goals. So expecting a Lukaku goal. I really want him to get back to his goal scoring form. He's doing pretty well before, but yeah, he did really well in the international break. So hopefully he can keep that up and bring it back to the Premier League with him. Tony against Chelsea, I'm really just playing him just as a placeholder right now because there has been a lot of injury concerns. Lukaku being one of them, and actually Rudiger, who we're going to talk about in a little bit, has also been injury concerns. So I think just playing Tony, I think it's just a solid move. I think that Brentford could potentially sneak a goal, and it's a little bit of damage control in case they do sneak a goal. I think Brentford, if it's going to be a goal, it's probably going to come from Tony or Mbeumo, which would be a little bit unfortunate, but I think Tony could assist Mbeumo, so yeah, I think Tony as insurance for the Chelsea game is a solid pick, and I think that they could probably either one of them could score a goal. So I'm not too surprised. Wouldn't be too surprised with that. Jimenez against Aston Villa, pretty decent fixture, I think, in my opinion. It's like okay, Villa are pretty decent defense, so I'm not expecting too much. I would like to see maybe 1 assist or maybe a goal, but I'm not expecting too much from the lad. I could see him blanking, to be honest. So we'll have to just wait and see. Let's move on to the midfield. So this week, our midfield looks absolutely fantastic. We got Salah against Watford, Saka against Crystal Palace at home, Son against Newcastle away, and Raphinha against Southampton away. So let's start with Salah. Watford away. Fantastic fixture. Watford have been decent in the Premier League. So Salah's going to do really well in that game. Saka right next to him against Crystal Palace at home. Crystal Palace have been turning around a little bit recently. They played really well against Tottenham and a few other teams. I can't remember the games they played that they did well in, but I do remember them doing quite well. And I think that Arsenal could get some goals here. I'm looking forward to that game. I think that they could definitely get probably a goal and a clean sheet. To be honest, I could see like a 2-0 win there. Newcastle, they did just get new ownership, so that's a little bit scary for the future. But this game week, they're gonna probably be with no manager because they're probably gonna sack Steve Bruce. So if they have no manager, they're gonna have a very maybe not disgruntled team, but like discombobulated team without having a manager. So I can see Tottenham and Son maybe taking advantage of that before their new ownership comes in and completely tears apart the club in January. So that's pretty exciting for us since we own Son. Next up, we got Raphinha against Southampton away. Southampton have been doing a little better with their like defensive efforts. I mean, they did lose 3-1 to Chelsea, but Chelsea are a fantastic team, so no harm there. But I do think that that Leeds, if they do keep attacking the way they have been, can get some goals. I'm not sure exactly when Bamford's supposed to be back, but I hope it is soon. Yeah, so let's also hope Raphinha gets back in time for the game because there is rumors that he might miss it because of the international break with his Brazilian squad. So again, that's one of the reasons why I just have Tony in the team right now because I think that if Raphinha does end up missing it out because of the international break, that Tony will be a perfect replacement for him, and then Raphinha can drop to the bench for one of our bench players that we'll look at in a little bit. Yeah, let's move on to the defense and goalkeeper. Okay, so looking at the defense, we've got 2 Man City players in DS and Cancelo. It's not like 100% guarantee that they're going to get a clean sheet, but I think they should get a clean sheet. Like if they don't get a clean sheet, I think that it's a very poor performance from them, especially considering they haven't been giving up very many big chances. Hoping the Liverpool game didn't like knock too much of their confidence, but yeah, I think they can definitely get a clean sheet there. Rudiger, I think Brentford actually probably will score in this game, so that does worry me a little bit, but I think that Rudiger does have some attacking threat, so maybe he could get a goal or maybe an assist from like a header down in the box to somebody else to tap in. Yeah, and then we got last player is Ramsdale, Crystal Palace at home. Should be a clean sheet. I'm hoping it's a clean sheet. The way Arsenal's been defending, they've been defending really well, and yeah, I think that he should be able to keep a clean sheet here, so let's hope he does. Okay, so looking at our bench, we've got Christensen, Livramento, and Brownhill in that order. Christian first on the bench, just in case he does play. I think he definitely should be the first player in. I know Brentford scoring on Southampton is more likely than Brentford scoring on Chelsea. So that's why I have Christensen before Livramento. Brownhill definitely throw on the bench. I mean, he's playing Man City, so not too surprising there. Yeah, so that's what the team is looking like. Let's look at some other stuff. So yeah, the predicted score, we got 63.2. Very high predicted score. I'm pretty sure that's because Salah is projected to get 7.7 points. Times that by 2, that's like 14 something. something or 15 something points. So very decent from him. So let's hope he can actually produce that. I think it's 15.4. So yeah, 15.4 points from our captain this week would be a pretty substantial haul. I think he can do it, especially against Watford away. So let's hope he can do that. That's the predicted score. My predicted score is a little bit less. I'm thinking it's 56, 57 points for my predicted game week. Money in the Bank is still 0.0 or point 0.3. So yeah, it gives us a little bit of flexibility on some players, but not a lot, to be honest. And yeah, we're going to next game week with 2 free transfers. I'm thinking that Son down to like Foden and Christensen up to Trent would be the perfect play, but it might not happen. The other play that I'm thinking about doing is Christensen and Diaz out. Christensen down to a 3-point Diaz up to Trent. Yes, those are all the thoughts I have on the team and next game week. So yeah, please feel free to subscribe and comment. And yeah, but yeah, other than that, everybody have a good game week. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Cheers, everyone.